Hello, everybody. Welcome to a piece of my opinion, a reaction channel in a classroom setting. A piece of my opinion. And I hope everybody is having a good day, evening, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching. Today's agenda, Nika. All right, let's set our tone. Words of the day: a narcissistic mother is characterized by self centered focus, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for her children. The type of narcissist that I line up with Nika is a malignant. They are a bit more menacing because they may also be quite exploitative, more manipulative, and prone to deceit. All right, performative. This is a jacket I put on Nika because, in my opinion, from what I see, she's not sincere. She intends to impress people and prove that something is true. When you actually see it, it does not look that way. All right, we're bringing back the food component. A healthy meal is one that provides the body with the nutrients it needs for optimal function and well being. This whole thing they're eating, it doesn't matter. It does. You don't live to eat, you eat to live. And it matters what you put into your machine. It typically includes a balanced mix of foods from different food groups and is mindful of the portion sizes. Whether you're underfeeding or overfeeding, it matters. Portion control matters. Portion distortion is a real thing. She titled this: Walmart security said I can't record in their stores. It's against the law. Like, bro, please, devil.
So I'm getting ready to get off, head over to Walmart to go get my kids' stuff for the house. I have my grocery list here where I wrote earlier. I'm gonna go buy my grocery list and I go over it. My budget on this grocery list is no more than $400, but you know everything is high. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get off, clock out, and head to Wally's World.
I wonder why some of these mothers, I really don't wonder. That's kind of rhetorical. Why they try to throw it out there. They try to say, the cost or the budget when we know that they're using government assistance.
And I want y'all to join me. And work is over. Time to go clock.
I wonder why she always sticking her tongue out. That is so childish. It's like you need to find a new angle. You need to find something new to bring to your channel because that's so childish, ignorant, low vibrational, all those things. It just is not cute.
Ain't on my other job. Where? Getting groceries. I don't know where these bumps be coming from. Probably squeezing them things. I don't know where they come from. But anyways, y'all join me on the drive to Wally's World and go inside with me to do my shopping. Yeah, baby. Clock out, cheap, clock out. So I'm in the car getting ready to head to Wally's World. I gotta turn the air on. I cranked the car, but turn the air on, nothing. This car better get from behind me. I got to back up. I might want to pin my hair up in a little bit because it is hot on my neck. Now, I done clock out and got out, got my list. I don't like taking no personal, Walmart. I need to check my purse, make sure I got my cards and stuff in there. Money for gas, yeah, everything I need here. I need to put this in there, so I'm gonna drop it. My purse, my wallet back in here. I need to charge it. Dead.
And it's nothing new. But she making videos and she don't actually talk to the camera. It's just she want people just to sit and watch what she's doing. Content creator, no. Influencer, no. It's just like all these other words that people want to loosely use, bully, um, those type situations. Content creator, influencer, that word is so watered down now. There's no content. And I do stop the video because I like to give my opinion. This is a reaction channel doing commentary, on and on and on. Now, she keeps saying WallyWorld. Like, I'm almost sure 99.5% of the people that watch her videos have been to Walmart, know about Walmart. So why is she acting like this is just some new store that's just opened and no one knows about it?
Right back to y'all. These portable boxes right here are so convenient to have, especially when you gotta charge your phone. And this one is full right here. Very full. All blue bars. So I can charge my phone, my purse. Hey, Miss Shirley. Hey, Miss Shirley. Good. Get ready to get off. Yeah, I'm off. I go shop for these babies. All right, you take care. All right.
I don't think Miss Shirley asked her all that. She probably, she spoke and all of that, the Southern thing. But it's like you, again, performative. So I say performative, TMI.
It's good to see you know. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, y'all. I'm getting out of here. See, let's back this car. Ew. Where that air comes up. Wally's world, here I come. Yeah. Traffic. Let's see if any traffic coming this way. Nope. Tell you something's one small city. You see how I just came out of my job and went around? Now watch how fast it take me to get to Walmart. 5 seconds. Not 5 minutes. 5 seconds. Oh, came out my job and come straight this way. And I'm right here at Walmart. And I ain't never knew you could cut through this way until I was doing DoorDash one time with Nika, and she was like, "Mama, go through this way." And I was like, "What?" I didn't know Walmart was right by my job. 5 seconds, y'all. Just take a few seconds to get out and walk inside. Job number 1 is done. Job number 2 got to be done. Grocery shopping. The kids, bathe them, everything. Then I can relax for a little bit. Cars coming. No. Yeah, I took the fireworks stand down. Y'all see that? Straight to Walmart within no time. Now, Lord, I hope they got everything in. I need that packaging. Let's see if I can find my normal spot. Somebody's coming. And he's not paying attention. He's walking all up in traffic. Look how he looking. One way. Boy. You better.
Because you are supposed to yield to the pedestrian. That's why he wasn't looking. Now, of course, you cross and you might want to kind of pay attention to the driver because it could be somebody like her or someone not paying attention, looking down at their phone. So yes, you need to be cautious, but you are supposed to yield to the pedestrian. That's why those lines are marked in the road on the street. Oh, okay.
You better. Oh, my park is available. We need to put this car right here. Put it here. I got my back seat. wasting no time. I got my list, I got my purse, I got now your charger, of course. And we're gonna head inside WallyWorld. We're gonna get the grocery block done. Let's go. Ew. These might be outside. I think I need to grab one before I go inside. It won't let me. Anyways, I ain't with no bull today in this Walmart today. Because they always be trying to, lady trying to find something. And ain't nothing they gonna find because they always be on Facebook looking for stuff. Anyways, they're gonna have music playing in this place. And they got this side block up. So I got to go in the other way. Please use the other door. No! So we get ready to head inside. Enjoy the vlog. And I should have got one of these. I should have got one of those. Anywho, I didn't even bring my tripod. And that's what I need. This buggy right here. I don't even know who had that one. This book is hard. Why is it so damn hard? That one, I like it on the move. That one's still right. This one. All right, we're gonna have to go back outside to get my tripod, y'all. So let's go. Back outside to get my tripod. I cannot hold this darn phone the whole time while trying to shop. This is an extra 2-3 minutes out my time. Everybody all the way back outside just to get it. And I'm at the car right now. What? Let's get it. Set it up in the buggy. Now I know people are gonna look at me like I'm crazy because I got a whole camera, but forget it. We're gonna have to record these videos, right?
Yeah, it looks very silly. Like, it is not that serious, especially going into a Walmart. You acting like you at some amusement park, theme park, or some big shopping, outside shopping. Well, it can be inside too, just some big shopping outlet that's just fantabulous. You're going into Walmart, a place you go every week.
Let's get into it. Perfect shot. So what I do is when I get inside, I will just turn the camera around the other way. But anyway, this is the perfect view, the perfect side. When I get inside, I turn it around.
Why do you need to turn around? That's the problem with a whole lot of you. You think you just need to film everything and everybody. You turn it the other way, it's putting it on people that didn't ask to be in your video. That is so rude to me. It is so freaking rude. It's different when people walk. You're trying to avoid people and they walk in your camera. But when you just got the camera just going straight into a store and people trying to shop, it's so rude. Like, you just evade people's privacy.
Buggy, just to put stuff in the buggy. But in order for me to do my vlogs more better than what I'm doing, or for y'all to have a clear view, I had to get the strap on. I got hands free. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. And then, like I told y'all in the first part of the vlog, they have music playing. We're gonna go ahead and one shot.
So she decided to not do a voiceover because she knows there's music playing. So I attached my own music because we weren't going to sit here in silence for this whole, pretty much for most of the video is silent. And I'm going to be honest, what does she need a list for? She don't cook any new meals. She buy the same foods every week, every other day. She don't buy all necessities that her children actually need. And as I've stated before, why do I do videos on her? Because of her children. They do not get what they need. She is below the bare minimum for her children. Okay, and I think, again, that she's performative in this season because of what may possibly be going on with DHS. She's trying to, for the moment, prove herself. Again, that's just my opinion. And this is what I mean when I talk about healthy meals, eating from the five food groups. She walks past all produce. Okay, it's summertime. There are summer fruits. Pick up some oranges, pick up some plums, pick up some peaches, pick up some tangerines, pick up a watermelon or two. And this is what I mean about people in the video that didn't ask to be in her video. It's just disrespectful. And again, there's more in the produce section than lettuce. And then she always, of course, get the cheapest. She pretty much gets the cheapest of everything. Now, not saying that store brand is bad because not all store brand foods are bad. Not even all of Walmart's brands are bad. But it's just, why can't the kids get something of quality? It's some aspects of their life. Why does everything have to be just cheap, cheap, cheap? Every aspect of their life, either they're missing something, not getting enough of it, or it's just not of good quality. So she picks up one Lunchable, and it's at least 6 to 7 kids in that home. Okay, Lunchables, in my opinion, are costly. They're not even worth it. Like, you can buy some decent quality deli meat, crackers, and cheese, and again, buy some grapes, strawberries to put on the side. And of course, we're gonna see later all the cookies she get. Give them a cookie with it, so you can make your own Lunchables. Again, in my opinion. So why are we just picking up one? Who is that for? You? If she would actually stay home, like typical mothers do, especially when they don't work a real 9 to 5 job, um, she could actually make some things from scratch. And all the children that she has, she should be doing that. Okay, she should be at home preparing meals, prepping meals. She get the food stamps to do it. So this is the issue I have with her. She don't want to be at home with her kids. So therefore they don't get quality anything, not even quality time from her. The cheapest deli meat. And that lettuce doesn't even look like she picked up good ones. From here, it looks like it has brown spots. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. And I'm pointing out the fact that everything you buy doesn't have to be or shouldn't be store brand, because if you actually read the nutrition facts pen or even the ingredient list, you wouldn't want to buy the cheapest because it's inexpensive and cheap for a reason. You're not getting all the ingredients that you should be getting. That's how this works. Yes, and some store brands versus national brands, let's say canned green beans, canned corn. Corn is corn. Green bean is a green bean. So it doesn't matter if it's Del Monte or if it's Great Value or Publix brand, da 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 da. But when you start talking about these processed meats, you need to pay attention to what you're picking up. That's all I'm saying. Oh, so she's going to actually get two cases this time. All right. I'm going to give her a check mark for that. Hopefully, they make it in the house so they don't stay in the car, because plastic water bottles shouldn't be out in hot heat. But, I guess we got to take baby steps. So at least she's getting two cases. But again, I hope they make it in the house so they can actually be in the refrigerator so they can be served cold. All right, let's go. Why couldn't she just get 2 gallons? Nika will try to cut corners wherever she can cut corners. And this is what people mean about her. Those food stamps are for the family. They're for the children. They give you a certain amount based on amount of children you have. So you should be buying everything that's needed for those children to get healthy food, get some food in their system for 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day. Now we're going to go down the sugar train. Now those drinks she just put under there, They're very cheap because, yet again, it's nothing but water, food coloring, and sugar. And it's not a lot of sugar, but because the bottles are kind of small, but that's all they are. That's why they're so cheap. That's why she picked up two. She turned around, go to the juices over here, gonna cost more money because you're actually getting more in there that relates to juice. All right, that's the difference. And she will roll by this side. She won't focus on this side because she's looking at the cost of the juice. She always has to get soda. That's just a must. Again, she will walk past the produce, but she's never going to go past the soda aisle.
And I don't like them. They're fruit punches. That sucks.
More sugar filled drinks. Those energy drinks are nothing but sugar. Hence, sugar gives you a boost of energy. It's a carbohydrate. It gives you a boost of energy only for you to crash, only to turn into fat. All right, which makes people unhealthy. All right, they're not good for you. They're just not. And they're able to put them in the grocery store because they are, but they're not good for you. Everything in the grocery store is not good for you.
So we got 487 here and 697 there. And this one got 22.
Spend the $2 extra and get the one with, I think it says 60 in it. That's going to give you more. Like, that's the thing. You only looking at the cost. You're not looking at how much you're actually getting in it. The contents, the amount, the net weight. Look at that cart so far. It's just full of bologna, the cheapest bologna, and like, who eats bologna anymore? Like, okay, mm, all right, and then all of the sugar filled situations. That's what's in the cart so far. Even the gushers and all of that, to each his own, but yeah, a lot of those full of sugar. You have to compare, do some comparison shopping, and you can find some that's not. Okay, because they're supposed to be related to maybe eating fruit, but it's just sugar. Again, if you do comparison shopping, you can kind of find some that don't have a lot of sugar or, not as much as one brand. But again, you can always go down there and get some cherries and some grapes and some strawberries too. But okay.
off for $14. What?
Every trip is going to be Doritos. Every trip is going to be these cookies. Watch how many packages of cookies she actually get.
Excuse me. I think that's 100-gram cookies.
Okay, so she picked up 4 items on that one row, but she picked up about 3 items off the chip aisle. Okay.
No eggs? Oh, wow. Not none? Damn.
You don't buy eggs anyway. What are you talking about? Why do you need a grocery list to buy all these cookies, sodas, and chip? Think about that.
No eggs at all? What, the chicken didn't hatch none?
That one pack of bacon is not enough for the size of her family. Now they have the bigger roll, the bigger packs down in the bottom shelf. She didn't even look there. Why? Because she was looking at the cost, not the amount, just the cost. Here come the cheapest hot dogs. Hot dogs are already a mixed up processed leftover food anyway. But at least when you spend some money on it, you kind of getting a chance of getting some real meat. You're getting the cheapest that they have. That is definitely the worst scraps in the meat processing plant. But hey, I'm just putting it out there. It, learning life skills and how to shop and what to shop for is so important. It really is. And she never learned that, unfortunately, and the kids have to suffer. $1 and something. And I know in this day and time that food is high, especially high for people that don't have food stamps. So I get that. But your health and what you put in your body is still gonna be important no matter what. Okay? No matter what. So You have to, hey, everybody can't shop at a quote unquote Whole Foods or quote unquote Trader Joe's. No, they possibly can't. There's nothing wrong with Walmart. I shop at Walmart. So it's nothing wrong with Walmart, but it's about being a better consumer, a better shopper, a conscientious, shopper. All right, do your comparison shopping. Everything doesn't have to be bottom of the barrel just because you're looking at the cost. Because you're gonna pay. Either you're gonna pay on the back end or you're gonna pay on the front end. And I guess not for people like her that don't ever take their kids to the doctor, don't really care about their health. But this is how it works. You keep putting the wrong foods in your machine, you're getting sick, you gotta pay for health care, pay for medicine. Especially when some illnesses may run through the bloodline, like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. You're gonna have to be paying for medicines. So that's and that's something that some people don't think about. They just looking at the here and now. Oh, this is a dollar and something. Let me get it. It's food. It doesn't matter. It does.
We gotta go back down that aisle right there. What?
Yeah, pick up the 5 pounds of ground beef. You're gonna sit there and get 2 or 3 little packs. If you look at that and look at the 5 pounds, it only makes sense for a family your size. And she could have just picked up the 5 pound. And then they could maybe possibly have some leftovers because remember we still talking about the appropriate portions. All of your kids shouldn't be eating the same amount of food. They're different genders and they're different ages. You're gonna do this great value bread, you should at least do the whole wheat. I mean, it's not put you in the whole grain family because of course whole grain is gonna cost you more money. But this is what I mean about trying to make some adjustments. White bread is horrible. Health wise. I'm not talking about taste wise. Why don't you just throw the groceries in there? Oh, and another thing about that meat, food safety. They actually have bags in the meat section for you to put your meat in there so that it's not touching other foods, which is called cross contamination. So a tip: grab those bags, put your meat in the bag so that the meat is not touching everything else in your cart or in your grocery bags. Food safety, 4 steps to food safety. Okay. Clean, separate, cook, and chill. It's actually on those bags in the grocery store if you actually look at them, but let's go. She'll buy more cereal than she will buy meat. Now, I'm not knocking the fact she's buying cereal. At least they can wake up and make them some breakfast because she's not there. So I'm not knocking that at all. I'm just making an observation. So instead of buying three, she could have just got one big jug of syrup because they sell that.
Sorry.
Watch this. She gonna get a small thing of oil instead of getting one big ball of oil. So she just spent, well, she did, but almost $9, $10 for three. I can guarantee you the big one down at the bottom was probably $12, $14. And it probably had a little bit more in it. Can't forget the sugar. Now, I thought she was talking here a little bit, so that's why I took the music down. I would have kept the music up so we didn't have to be in silence. Sorry about that. Look at all this sugar. And again, she get the small bag. I'm gonna say maybe that's a 1 pound bag, opposed to just going ahead and getting a big 10 pound bag. But what do you need all that sugar for? I'm so confused what is the point of getting two different brands. Hmm, that's a little confusing.
Unnecessary Walmart security. Are you filming in the store?
My shopping list.
Your shopping list? You got permission from the store manager.
No, I do it all the time.
You can't do it. Got to turn it off.
Can't do it at all.
Period.
Why?
We finna eat watermelon. We already been eating, baby. McDonald's snacks. Now, here is the situation. Um, with Walmart. Now I think I don't know, I thought on it, maybe she made another video and I'll bring that one up and I'll read this again. But Walmart has a policy against unauthorized filming inside their stores. While recording in public place or space like Walmart, It's generally not illegal. The store can enforce its policies and ask individuals to stop filming or even leave the premises if they are found to be recording without permission. Out of respect for our associates and customers, unauthorized filming is prohibited and we reserve the right to enforce that policy. A lot of stores are going that route. A lot of malls are going that route where they don't want you filming. Again, because people are very rude and disrespectful, filming associates, filming customers that did not ask to be filmed. Okay, now I get it. Sometimes filming is helpful, especially when something happens that can be harmful or hurtful to people. Okay, something happens in a situation, a confrontation, or whatever. Having that video is helpful, but on the other side of that, it could be disrespectful. Okay, so yes, Nika, they can ask you not to film in their store. All right, let's go.
Everything day. They say you're supposed to eat watermelon late at night. We been trying. Come on, you Jolly. Don't do nothing. Feed them kids. You want some of that sauce? No. Girl. Try to use the smallest one. Hold the bottom. You need help? No. Thank you. Okay.
Now, fair use that. I want to pull this clip from Big Mama on TikTok because we're not talking about her in this situation here now. But what stands out about her for me, especially this clip and some others, is that she feeds all her children. If you really watch some of the portions, she knows who to give what to. But besides the fact, this is a healthy snack. She has tagine to go with it. And this is how I eat my watermelon. So she doesn't give incomplete meals. Even people want to complain about, oh, she feeds fast food. At least she's giving each child their own meal. She's not cutting it up. She's not giving them one little piece of chicken. She's not any of that. She's giving them a complete meal. Okay? So this is what I mean about balance it out. All right? Now, I don't necessarily agree with the sodas with the watermelon, but hey, take the good with the bad, right? Take the good with the bad.
More Pete. You want sauce? No. Thank you. All right. Come on, Johnny.
Whatever her situation might be, her kids are respectful. All right. It's just, again, you got to take the good with the bad. I'm not here to react on her yet. I might pull her into some reactions, but I just pulled this because this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about giving your kids healthy snacks. That's going to fill them up. Whether they eat all that or not, who knows? But it's there. It's not skimpy. They're not getting 2 or 3 little pieces of watermelon.
You want some? Yeah, Mom.
It's summertime.
They want to stop. All right, Mom. You got it? Yeah. Thank you, too. Thank you, Mom. Come on, Rena. You want some? Yeah. They want to stop. They want to stop, man. You know how to. All right. Okay. Thank you, too. Thank you. I'll just, you want to stop? Just give me the same thing.
That was so cute. Just give me the whole little jar. I'll shake my own. Yes. And I understand they're doing it for the younger kids. But this is her oldest daughter. She's letting her do it herself. Love it. It's just cute to me.
Well, my cameraman. It's your cameraman. Hang up to him. Oh, he better be smart, y'all. All right, y'all. My kids, we finna eat.
righty. You made it this far. Thanks for watching. I know I stretched this out kind of long, but I'm very passionate about eating healthy, making healthy choices, spending your money wisely, no matter how much you may have. So that's why I stretched out. And Nika just doesn't make good food choices. Like, and hey, her shopping may have gotten cut short, which it shouldn't have, because if you're shopping for your kids, turn the camera off and continue your shopping. But as far as what we've seen, hit that frozen. She doesn't shop the perimeter of the store. She only shops the aisles. All right. And if you think about the perimeter of the stores, especially that produce section, that's where she needs to be hanging out. Even the frozen food section. All right, getting some frozen vegetables. Okay. So anyway, anyhow, I'll pick up back on it later. A piece of my opinion, because I'm very opinionated when it comes to kids, health, making sure they're treated correctly, they have good lives, on and on and on. Reaction channel. Please like, comment, subscribe. Share my page. It's free, guys. I'm still trying to grow. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay in peace.